Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln Wheat penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1, where we uncover the secrets of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have something truly special for you, one of the most sought after pennies in the world. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the rare and valuable 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny. This little coin, often mistaken for common change, has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. And by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this incredible penny can be worth in today's market. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries. You never know, you might have a hidden treasure in your pocket change right now. The Lincoln Wheat penny series has a long and rich history, dating back to its first mintage in 1909. These pennies, named after their iconic wheat stalk design on the reverse, were produced until 1958, when they were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. But within this series, certain years and mint marks stand out as particularly rare and valuable. And the 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny is one of them. By 1950, the United States was entering a new era of economic prosperity following World War II. The demand for coinage was growing, and the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies. However, not all pennies were created equal. Some had unique characteristics, rare mint errors, or were preserved in exceptional condition, making them worth far more than their face value. This brings us to the design of the 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny. On the obverse, you'll find the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This design has remained a staple of American coinage for over a century. The word liberty is placed to the left, while the date 1950 appears to the right. Below the date, you might see a small letter, which represents the mint where the coin was produced, either a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, that means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Flipping the coin over, you'll see the famous wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing America's agricultural strength. The words 1 cent and United States of America are inscribed between the two wheat stalks, with the national motto E pluribus unum above. While the design may seem simple, it represents a significant period in American history. Now, what makes the 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors. Although millions of these pennies were struck, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is exceptionally rare. Over time, most of these coins have been worn down through circulation, making well-preserved specimens highly desirable, but the real treasures are the rare mint error versions of this coin. Some 1950 Lincoln Wheat pennies were struck with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that make them unique. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors, driving their prices to incredible heights. If you ever come across a 1950 penny that looks slightly different, whether it has doubled lettering, an off-center design, or an unusual mint mark, it could be worth far more than you think. And now, let's talk about grading. In the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny in heavily circulated condition may only be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, if you have one in near-perfect mint state condition, its value can skyrocket. So, how much can a rare 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny be worth? If you have one in exceptional condition, free from major scratches and damage, or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth an astounding $80,000. That's right, this tiny, unassuming penny has the potential to be a life-changing discovery for anyone lucky enough to find it. So, the next time you come across an old jar of pennies or receive change from a store, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Top 2, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins to uncover one of the most astonishing finds in American numismatics, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny. While many people think of pennies as pocket change, some of them hold incredible value, and this one is no exception. By the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this rare coin could be worth today. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future discoveries. You never know, you might have a rare coin sitting in your collection right now. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. First minted in 1909, these pennies were designed to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The design remained in circulation until 1958, making the 1957 issue one of the last years of the wheat penny before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at two U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia, which produced coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which used a D-mint mark. While millions of these pennies were minted, only a few rare specimens have skyrocketed in value due to their exceptional condition, unique errors, and collector demand. Let's take a closer look at the design of this historic penny. On the obverse, we have the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. His detailed profile has been a staple of U.S. coinage for over a century. To the left of Lincoln, you'll see the word Liberty, and to the right, the date 1957, along with the mint mark if it was produced in Denver. Turning the coin over, the reverse features two elegant wheat stalks on either side, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above the design, the motto E pluribus unum is inscribed, signifying unity. This simple yet powerful design represents America's agricultural heritage and resilience. Now, what makes the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors. While these coins were minted in large numbers, most were heavily circulated, meaning they have scratches, discoloration, and wear from decades of use. However, a small number of these pennies were preserved in perfect condition, making them highly desirable among collectors, but the real excitement comes from error coins. Some 1957 Lincoln Wheat pennies were struck with rare minting mistakes that make them incredibly valuable. These errors include doubled dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and even coins struck on the wrong planchets. If you find a 1957 penny with unusual features, it could be worth much more than you think. One of the most famous errors is the doubled die variety. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice slightly off alignment, creating a shadow-like doubling effect on the lettering and numbers. If you have a 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny with clear doubling, especially on Liberty or the date, it could be an extremely rare and valuable find. Another factor that determines a coin's value is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A heavily worn 1957 wheat penny might only be worth a few cents, while an uncirculated one with a perfect strike and strong luster can fetch an incredible price. So, how much could a rare 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny be worth? If you happen to own one in pristine condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth an astonishing $75,000, that's right, $75,000 for a single penny. Imagine finding one of these in your old coin collection, in a jar of spare change, or tucked away in a drawer. It's proof that even the smallest pieces of history can hold tremendous value. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another incredible coin discovery. Have you ever found an old or rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Top 3. We're about to dive deep into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in U.S. history, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. You might think a penny is just a penny, but certain rare coins can be worth an incredible amount of money. By the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this fascinating coin could be worth today. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting coin discoveries. Who knows? You might have a rare treasure hiding in your pocket change right now. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series has been a favorite among collectors for decades. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, these pennies were in circulation until 1958. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny holds special significance because it was minted toward the end of World War II, a time when the United States was making major sacrifices in materials and resources to support the war effort. Millions of these pennies were produced, but only a few have become highly sought after due to their rarity, condition, and unique minting errors. Many of these coins were heavily circulated and worn down over the years, but if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth a fortune. Let's take a closer look at the design of this historical penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. His profile has remained a staple of American coinage for over a century. To the left of Lincoln, the word Liberty is inscribed, and to the right, the date 1945 appears, along with a mint mark if the coin was produced in Denver or San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, that means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic wheat stalks, which give the coin its name, the wheat penny. Between these stalks, the words 1 cent and United States of America are prominently displayed, with the Latin phrase e pluribus unum positioned at the top. This design was meant to symbolize America's agricultural strength and prosperity. And now, what makes the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny so valuable? While millions of these pennies were minted, only a small percentage were preserved in exceptional condition. A key factor in determining a coin's value is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A heavily worn 1945 penny may only be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars, but a high-grade specimen with a sharp strike, full details, and original luster can command an impressive price. But the real excitement comes from rare minting errors that make certain 1945 wheat pennies incredibly valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors include doubled die strikes, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. One of the most famous errors is the 1945 Lincoln penny struck on a silver dime planchet. This happened when a blank meant for a silver dime was mistakenly fed into the penny press, resulting in a coin that is noticeably different in weight and color. If you ever come across a 1945 penny that looks unusual, it's worth getting it checked by a professional coin expert. Another major reason for the value of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is collector demand. Lincoln wheat pennies have a loyal following, and certain rare dates attract serious buyers. If you have one of these pennies in near-perfect condition, or if you happen to own one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at an incredible payday now. For the moment you've been waiting for, how much can a rare 1945 Lincoln wheat penny be worth? If you have one in flawless condition, or one with an extremely rare minting error, its value could reach an astonishing $92,000. That's right, $92,000 for a single penny. Imagine stumbling upon one of these rare coins in an old jar, a family collection, or even in your pocket change. This is why it's always important to check your coins carefully. You never know when you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. Have you ever found an old or rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Top 4. We're about to uncover the fascinating story of one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in American history, the 1954 Lincoln wheat penny. This small coin, minted nearly 70 years ago, has become a highly sought-after piece among collectors. By the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this incredible coin could be worth today. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. Who knows? You might be holding a rare coin worth thousands without even realizing it. The Lincoln wheat penny series has been one of the most beloved coin collections in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, these pennies remained in circulation until 1958. The 1954 Lincoln wheat penny, minted at the Denver Mint, is particularly interesting because, while millions were produced, only a few rare specimens have become incredibly valuable due to their condition, minting errors, and collector demand. Let's take a closer look at the design of this historic penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. To the left of Lincoln, the word Liberty is inscribed, and to the right, the date 1954 appears, followed by the D mint mark, which indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Turning the coin over, you'll see the classic wheat stalks on the reverse, a design that gives the coin its nickname, the wheat penny. Between the stalks, the words 1 cent and United States of America are prominently displayed, with the national motto e pluribus unum at the top. This design, which was used from 1909 to 1958, symbolizes America's agricultural strength and prosperity. And now, what makes the 1954 Lincoln wheat penny so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors. While the Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies, most entered circulation and became heavily worn over time. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is extremely rare. The highest value coins are those that have been carefully preserved, showing sharp details, strong luster, and no major scratches or marks, but the real excitement comes from error coins. Some of the most valuable 1954 Lincoln Wheat pennies have rare minting mistakes that make them one of a kind. These include double die errors, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet. If you ever come across a 1954 penny with unusual features such as doubled lettering, an oddly placed mint mark, or an off-center design, it could be worth much more than its face value. One of the most famous errors for this coin is the repunched mint mark, RPM. This happens when the D mint mark was stamped more than once, causing a slightly overlapping or shadowed effect. Collectors love these varieties because they are unique, making each error coin a rare find. Another exciting error is the doubled die variety, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. If you happen to own a 1954 penny with these errors, you could be looking at a significant payday. Now, let's talk about grading. In the world of coin collecting, a penny's value is heavily influenced by its grade, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A heavily worn 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny might only be worth a few cents, while one in near-perfect condition can command a much higher price. The highest value pennies are those graded MS65 or higher, meaning they have full details, strong luster, and no major imperfections. So, how much could a rare 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny be worth? If you have one in flawless condition, or one with an extremely rare minting error, its value could reach an astonishing $78,000. That's right, $78,000 for a single penny. Just imagine finding one of these in an old coin collection, a box of inherited coins, or even in your pocket change. This is why it's always important to check your pennies carefully. You never know when you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible coin discovery. Have you ever come across an old or rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Top 5. We're uncovering the mystery behind one of the rarest and most valuable pennies ever minted in the United States, the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny. This tiny coin, often overlooked by many, holds incredible value in the world of numismatics. But what makes this particular penny so special? Why do collectors go crazy for it? And most importantly, how much could it be worth? Stay with us until the end, where we'll reveal an absolutely jaw-dropping price that one of these pennies has sold for. To truly appreciate the rarity of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny, we need to go back in time to understand its history and significance. The Lincoln Wheat penny series was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. It was a monumental change in U.S. currency, as it was the first time a real historical figure was placed on an American coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny features Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date of minting to the right. On the reverse, 2 stalks of wheat frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto E Pluribus Unum above. This simple yet elegant design remained in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Now, let's zoom in on the year 1949. The world had just come out of World War II, and America was in a post-war economic boom. Factories were running, families were growing, and the U.S. Mint was steadily producing currency to keep up with the economy. In 1949, Lincoln Wheat pennies were struck at 3 different mint locations in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, San Francisco, S mint mark. Although millions of these pennies were produced, only a handful have survived in pristine condition, making them highly desirable among collectors today. But condition alone isn't the only factor that determines value. Some of these pennies contain rare minting errors, and that's where things get really interesting. One of the most valuable errors found on the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny is the double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice at slightly different angles, creating a doubling effect on the date, letters, or Lincoln's profile. If you come across a 1949 penny where the numbers or letters look slightly blurred or doubled, you might have a fortune in your hands. Another error to watch for is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the minting process. The more off-center the design is, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Then there's the repunched mint mark (RPM) error, where the mint mark, either D or S, was accidentally stamped more than once, creating a slight overlapping effect. This might seem like a minor detail, but collectors are willing to pay big money for these tiny mistakes. Coin collectors and investors use a grading scale to determine the condition of a penny. Coins range from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A heavily worn 1949 penny might only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars, but a penny in near-perfect condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher, can fetch astonishing prices at auction now. Let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the actual value of a rare 1949 Lincoln wheat penny. If you have one in exceptional condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an incredible $82,000. Yes, you heard that right. This little copper coin, which once had a face value of just 1 cent, has been sold for a life-changing amount at auctions. So, if you happen to come across an old jar of pennies or inherit a coin collection, make sure to check for that 1949 Lincoln wheat penny. You never know, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Top 6. We're diving into one of the most exciting and valuable pennies in American history, the rare and highly sought-after 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny. This tiny copper coin may seem like just another piece of pocket change, but don't be fooled. Some of these pennies have sold for incredible amounts, turning what was once just 1 cent into a true collector's fortune. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare 1944 D wheat pennies in exceptional condition or with a unique error, you could be looking at a massive payday. But what makes this particular penny so special? Why do collectors and numismatists place such high value on it? And just how much could it be worth? Stay with us until the end, because we're about to reveal an unbelievable price that one of these coins has sold for. To understand the significance of the 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny, we need to go back to the historical context in which it was minted. The year was 1944, and the world was still deep in the throes of World War II. The United States had been actively engaged in the war effort for several years, and nearly every aspect of American life was affected, including the production of coins. During World War II, copper was in high demand for military supplies, particularly for manufacturing ammunition. In response, the U.S. Mint made a drastic decision in 1943 to produce pennies out of zinc-coated steel instead of copper. These steel pennies became an unusual sight in circulation, but they were not well received. They rusted quickly, often got confused with dimes, and were generally disliked by the public. So, in 1944, the mint returned to using copper for pennies, but with a twist. Because of wartime shortages, much of the copper used for these pennies actually came from recycled shell casings that had been used by the military. This makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny historically significant, as it was literally made from the remnants of war. And now, let's talk about the different varieties of the 1944 penny. These pennies were minted at 3 locations of Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. The 1944 D wheat penny was minted in Denver and carries the small d mint mark below the year on the obverse, front, of the coin. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a handful have survived in near-perfect condition, making them extremely valuable today. But what really drives up the value of the 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny? It all comes down to 2 factors: condition and rare minting errors. One of the most valuable errors found in 1944 D pennies is the D over S mint mark error. This occurs when a coin was originally intended to be struck with an S mint mark for San Francisco, but was later restamped with a D for Denver. This double mint mark error is extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. If you come across a 1944 D penny where the D appears to have an underlying S beneath it, you might have a fortune in your hands. Another valuable error is the double die obverse, DDO, which happens when the design is accidentally stamped twice at slightly different angles, creating a doubling effect on the numbers, letters, or even Lincoln's profile. This error adds to the uniqueness of the coin and can significantly increase its value. Additionally, there's the off-center strike, which occurs when the blank coin is misaligned during the minting process. The more extreme the misalignment, the rarer the coin becomes. Coins that are off-center by 50% or more while still showing a full date can be worth thousands of dollars. And now, let's talk about coin grading. The value of any coin depends heavily on its condition, which is assessed using the Sheldon coin grading scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A 1944 D penny that has been heavily circulated might only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars. However, a penny that has been preserved in nearly flawless condition, with its original shine and sharp details intact, can fetch astonishing prices at auction. Coins graded MS65 or higher are particularly valuable now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible value of a rare 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny. If you happen to own one in exceptional condition, or if it features a rare minting error, it could be worth an astounding $95,000. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that once had a face value of just 1 cent has been sold for a life-changing amount at auctions. So, if you ever come across an old jar of pennies or inherit a coin collection, make sure to check for that 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny. You never know, you might be holding onto a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Top 7. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable pennies, and we have an exciting one for you, the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny. This small but mighty coin may seem like just another old penny, but don't be fooled. Some versions of this coin have sold for unbelievable amounts of money at auctions, turning what was once a simple 1-cent piece into a collector's dream. So, what makes the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny so special? How can you tell if you have one of the rare varieties? And just how much could this little copper coin be worth? Stay with us until the very end, where we'll reveal the jaw-dropping price that one of these rare pennies has been sold for. To understand the significance of the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny, we have to take a step back in history. By 1953, the United States was in the middle of an economic and cultural transformation. The country had fully recovered from World War II, and the economy was booming. Factories were thriving, new technologies were emerging, and the U.S. Mint was steadily producing coins to keep up with the growing economy. The Lincoln wheat penny had already been in circulation for more than 4 decades by this time. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin quickly became one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, front, of the coin features Lincoln's famous profile, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year of mintage. The reverse, back, showcases 2 stalks of wheat surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin motto E pluribus unum above. The 1953 wheat penny was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. While millions of these pennies were struck, only a fraction of them remain in pristine, uncirculated condition today. Even fewer feature the rare minting errors that make certain versions of this coin highly valuable to collectors. One of the most desirable errors found in the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny is the double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is imprinted twice at slightly different angles, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the letters, numbers, or even Lincoln's profile. If you look closely at a 1953 penny and notice doubling in the inscriptions, you could be holding a highly valuable collector's piece. Another rare and valuable error is the off-center strike, which happens when the blank coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process. The more off-center the design is, while still showing a full date, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Then there's the repunched mint mark, RPM, error, which occurs when the mint mark, either D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, was accidentally stamped more than once, creating a slight shadow effect. This small detail might seem insignificant, but collectors are willing to pay big money for these rare variations. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine the value of a penny. This scale, known as the Sheldon coin grading scale, ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A heavily circulated 1953 wheat penny might only be worth a few cents, but one in nearly flawless mint state condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher, can command thousands of dollars at auction. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, just how much could a rare 1953 Lincoln wheat penny be worth? If you happen to own one in exceptional condition, or if it features one of the rare minting errors we just talked about, it could be worth an astounding $79,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent coin, if rare enough and well preserved, can be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old jar of pennies or inherit a coin collection, make sure to check for a 1953 Lincoln Wheat penny. You never know, you might be holding onto a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!